Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the exit game, the House of Riddles. Let's dive on into it. So this is an escape room game that you can play at home. This box right here, you purchase this and then you're able to play it at home. One thing to keep in mind is that these games, just by the nature of them, you're cutting some things, you're folding things, you're drawing on things. These are games that you can only play one time. So just something to keep in mind. But in comparison to an actual escape room, taking upwards of 4 people to play an escape room, this is going to be cheaper for you. I'm pretty confident if you're taking 4 people, and it gives you the flexibility of playing whenever you want. So I've really enjoyed these. I've played a handful now, really enjoyed them. One thing I really like about this one is this is the easiest one that I have done yet. This is the only one that I would say was a little bit too easy for me, and I really like that because I was interested just because they were all pretty difficult, and I think you'd rather have them be too difficult than too easy, and so I appreciate that, but I wanted something that was easier for a novice or a beginner, and this is a great one. So if you've never played any of these, this is one that I might recommend playing for the very first time or finding something else that is a lower rating. I mean, even going up to the 2.5 seemed like it was a decent amount more difficult, and I'm sure that's just the nature of how these work. Some of them, depending on how you think, may be different too. So this one seemed like it was a little bit easier, which I appreciated. Still extremely fun, and if you've never done one, this would be a great one to start with. So what do you get in the box? You've got your instructions right here. This will tell you everything you need to know about how to play the game, what you start with, all that kind of stuff. You've got your roadmap here that has a bunch of rooms and stuff. I'll give you a quick sneak peek at rules, or rooms, clues, different things like that right there. So you're opening that up. You also have riddle cards that you're looking at right here. Should move that one, it's got a hint on it. But you've got different riddle cards that have all sorts of different things on them. And so you get these riddle cards, you try to figure out between the riddle and some of these maps and different things in this book, you're trying to figure out different clues to find a 3-number clue. So you have this wheel, all 3 of these spin, and so if you're at the triangle, then you find your 3-letter code, and in the middle, it shows you a number. So like right now it says number 1. You'd find your answer cards that have number 1 on them, and then if it was 29, you could flip it over. It's got an X on it, and so you'd know that you're wrong. You need to keep looking for a different number. One thing that I like is this is kind of a 2-step process. So right here, if card 28, if that came up, it shows you a number of rooms. And so again, you'd go to the triangle, and if it says 21, you'd go to 21 and then figure out if you are in fact right or not. So I love that it's a 2-step process. I think that just saves some of the game because you don't want to accidentally move on before you know you're right. So that's something I really appreciate. And the other thing that I think is really nice about these games is just some of the bonus pieces that they give you. So this has a little ball right here, a little wooden ball that I won't tell you what it does, but it's really clever. Some of these clues, all of these clues are really clever for all of the games that I've played. I've really enjoyed them. In comparison to another brand that I've played, unnamed brand, I really have enjoyed these exit game escape rooms. I think they're the best on the market today. The other thing that I think is really nice are just these clue cards right here. So you have, if you're on the diamond? If you're on the diamond and having a hard time, you can look at clue number 1, and it'll give you some hints, and then you can look at clue 2 if it's still too hard. And if you just can't figure it out, you can look at the solution card and it will tell you the answer. That was a tough one. Anyhow, really well designed, really well put together. I love their usage of just all of the materials that they give you. So overall, if you've never played any of these, this is the one that I would recommend starting with, or another 2 out of 5 if there are others. I'm not sure on that, but really, really fun, really enjoyable. And yeah, hopefully that has just given you guys a touch and a taste of what this is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.